Now, Channel 4 News at 6 continues.
Well, if holiday shopping's not on your list of things to do this weekend, we have some alternatives on tonight's cultural calendar. The Nutcracker Ballet gets underway at the Jackie Gleason Theater of the Performing Arts. Showtime is 8 p.m. this Saturday and Sunday. Tickets will cost you $15 to $35. And mark your calendars, Diamonds in December is set for December 19th. The Black Tie Gala guarantees dazzling jewels and a star-studded evening at the Sheraton Valhalla.
Well, you may have pigged out yesterday, but we have a ham of a story for you today. Channel 4's Tracy Brown explains.
Meet Wilbur. He's a shy, pot-bellied pig that doesn't feel like hamming it up for our cameras. Even so, the Glacier family thinks this fleet-footed squeaker is cute, lovable, and likes to throw his weight around.
He loves my husband. They headbutt all the time. They love it. My kids love him. They think my neighbors are always coming over to see him.
The problem with Wilbur is that his days at the Glacier house are numbered. They say one of their neighbors has turned her nose up, saying the pig just isn't kosher and has even filed a complaint. But the people we talk to say the porker is their pal.
No problem. I've never even seen it, but I knew they had it. But I didn't have to see it to understand that.
How did you know they had it? Did you hear it or did you smell it?
Heard it. No smell. No, they're clean. They're extremely clean.
He's very well behaved and he's very friendly and the kids love him.
Apparently this pig had ganged up with 3 loose dogs, not having anybody else to run with. But the pig apparently was running slower and didn't know enough to get out of the street. So the dogs knew enough to get away from traffic. The pig didn't. So their concern, or the officer's concern at the time, was for the pig's welfare.
As of today, the Glacier's time is up. They have to get rid of Wilbur or go to City Council and ask permission to keep this pig as a pet. In North Lauderdale, Tracy Brown, Channel 4 News.
Well, we go from a pig story to this. Mother dear, I hope you're watching this. I'm doing sports, by the way. San Diego State still says it doesn't know if their Heisman Trophy candidate, Tim Faulkner, will warm up tonight or whether he'll be able to play. Obviously, there's a problem with our satellite from San Diego. Ned Smith, we hope, will come up soon. College football this afternoon. Nebraska trying to stay on track for the Orange Bowl. They needed to beat Oklahoma today and Kansas State next week, and the Cornhuskers defense gets them going. Ed Stewart intercepts a Sooner pass, and he's off to the promised land, 50 yards for a 7-3 Husker lead. Oklahoma came back to lead 9-7, but Nebraska got a field goal. Then this nice pass, there it is, from Tommy Frazier to Gerald Armstrong. Huskers win it 33-9, the big number 1 there. High school playoffs this afternoon at Travis Powell Stadium. Northwestern scoring first against Carroll City. Terry Lockett diving in from the 3. The Chiefs then get the ball and drive to the Northwestern 3. Coming right at you is quarterback James Rivers. James, you're coming at us. Turning the corner and scoring. Carroll City went on to win 27-13. Pro football note, New York Jets receiver Al Toon retiring because of too many concussions, and he gave the Dolphins a lot of headaches at times. As we told you at the top of the show, it was business as usual for Miami Heat star Glenn Rice today. Rice was at the morning shoot-around and will play tonight against Houston as police continue to investigate allegations Rice hit a patron of a nude bar in the face with a beer bottle yesterday morning.
His first 3 tonight.
Stirs me to have anybody demean his reputation or even dent his reputation. I know Glenn Rice. I don't even have to ask him the question. Was he involved in any of this? I know the answer.
So the Heat's not going to do its own investigation of this?
No. If you know Glenn Rice, you don't have to do anything.
And as we said, Ned Smith's out in San Diego where the Hurricanes are playing their final regular season game. Here's his package since he can't be here.
The small earthquake measured 5.1 on the Richter scale. It hit at Big Bear, but could be felt 150 miles away, shaking the hotel where the Hurricanes are staying in San Diego.
I was laying in bed, and it just kind of felt like someone was next door jumping up on another bed. And it just kind of shook around a little bit, and it wasn't really anything dramatic, but it was kind of interesting.
Kind of wild to say that this team's gone through now a hurricane and an earthquake in the same year.
Oh, yeah. It was, Eric Price is my roommate there, and I kind of mentioned to him, I said, I don't think anybody can boast what we boast right now, that we've weathered these natural disasters. And it wasn't anything that's going to make headline news, but it was still something very new, and it's the first one I've ever been through.
Throughout tomorrow night's game between Miami and San Diego State, the attention will be on the Heisman Trophy matchup between Gino Torretta and Marshall Faulk. Mike Godfrey will do color on the game for ESPN and believes Gino needs to start making space on his shelf for the award.
Gino Torretta is the favorite. I don't see how. I think he'll have a good game tomorrow, and I think he'll win the Heisman Trophy. I felt like that all along, and I think Marshall Faulk would have to have a game where he's over 150 yards rushing against Miami again. Gino would have to play below average. I just don't think that's going to happen. The makeup of the defense of San Diego State is a big play defense, and they're either going to make a big play on you or you're going to have an opportunity to make big plays, and I think Gino Torretta will have success against the defense.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm a Hurricanes fan, but I couldn't have gotten through sports without my pal here, Jerry Helfman.
Yes.
I mean, when I talked about the guy diving in, there she was diving. I said, there he is diving over the guy hauling in and going for the promised land. I don't know, what did you do for the promised land?
I thought it would help your intonation if I, you know.
It helped my intonation.
I think she was trying to motivate you.
Yeah, I think she was trying to get me through it as I almost passed out.
I don't want to be here when Ned gets back if you're here.
The last guy who did this is lead anchor. Time to say goodnight. We thank you for joining us. NBC Nightly News is next.
I'll see you back here at 11 for the 4 News Nightcast. Have a good night.